Marvel Rivals has came out and it has taken the world by storm, man. It has completely crapped on Overwatch. Sorry to my Overwatch players, man. It is what it is. But that game has been fun. Marvel Rivals has been amazing, yo. From the character designs to the gameplay and everything else, it's been awesome. So we all know that there's going to be even more characters to come. So let's speculate today about 5 that we think should be in the game. What's good, it's your boy AJ, back with another one. After taking a long break, I'm finally back, yo. I saw a lot of stuff happen. I saw Corey Kenshin came back. I saw a bunch of stuff happen, like a bunch of games and like announcements came out, and I was chilling, man. I was enjoying my time with my family and the holidays and stuff like that. But I'm back, you know. I'm trying some things, trying some new things. I think I want to get more consistent. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, man. Follow, you know, check in. Like, let's do this, man. Let's see what we're gonna do. Come in 2025. I want to be more consistent, drop more videos, and do some different ideas and do some different things, not just gameplay. And so today we got this, yo. So over the break, I've been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals. I'm talking about a lot, bro. I've been playing so much of the game. I went in the ranked a little bit. It's hard to do without like other people helping you, just going by yourself. But playing a lot of the game, yo, and I've been really enjoying it. It's my first one. I didn't play any like Overwatch or anything like that. This is my real like first hero shooter type of game, and I'm enjoying it. I love the Marvel IP, so this just sucked me right in, yo. Pause. So with this, I'm basically just want to deal with, you know, the DPS characters, you know, the duelists. All right, we're gonna deal with them first. If you guys like this video, you know, like it up and stuff like that. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more. I'll do a tank. I think I already have like a tank list and a support list as well. So if you want to see more of this, let me know, and I'll make the other videos, yo. This is not in any order of like best or worst or whatever, or most difficult. This is just 5 characters that I think I want to see in this game. All right. So number 1, first off the bat, Falcon. Falcon, the new Captain America, Black Cap, or whatever we want to call him. That guy, Falcon, has to be in the game. I think he's like a good addition. I think he would be, people would love to see him. I think he'll get a lot of MCU clout and stuff like that. And obviously with the movie coming out, they're going to do it. So like, even though I said I didn't want to do like obvious characters, the only reason why I'm bringing up Falcon and I'm getting him out of the way first is because even though I think he's an obvious character, he's not going to be easy to implement. And that's my thing. Falcon is more or less a like aerial character, but he doesn't really hover like that. Not even in the movies and stuff like that, and not even in the comic books. He sort of, I guess, has wings and can flap, but he's not really a hover. He's more of like a, you know, from ground to air and straight forward. He's always flying forward. He's always moving. He's never just like hovering around like your Storms and how like Storm and Iron Man play. So it would be very interesting to see him in the game. I think they do need more aerial characters as well, and to see him, like, them implement a way for him to go like from the air, like from the ground to the air very quickly, or from the air to the ground very quickly without having him hover, I think would be really cool. And would also sort of be hard to implement, because I'm like, how would you make it so that he would be a ground and air fighter? Technically he would have to do that, because he would be a more ground fighter. Even in like the movies and in like the shows and stuff like that, he's more of a ground fighter until he gets in the air, and then he just flies and starts shooting and stuff. So like obviously he would have probably a gun, you know, some melee attacks. I think he'd like be a toss up between like Winter Soldier a little bit, the way he plays in the game as well. And then also he would have some Iron Man, you know, missiles and stuff and flying around. But it's a hard balance. That's why I would really like to see them tackle this character, because I think it'd be such a hard balance to get him to like do both but not be broken in either. You know what I'm saying? Or not be useless on the ground, but also be broken in the air. But he needs to be better in the air because he's the Falcon. But at the same time, it's like you don't want him to hover, because he's not supposed to hover. So he would be like more of a just super quick attack and then get out of there or something like that, like a hit and run type of character. I don't know. Like I would love to see them implement the character. That's what I'm saying. Like I think it's a given that he should be in it, but to actually make that character work, I don't know like how that would be. And like let me know if you guys have any like ideas, or like if there's a comparison to an Overwatch character that does that. But I rarely seen like them go the route of doing both in one character. That seems pretty hard. Number 2. Oh wait 1 second, man. Let me get my prayers out real quick. Lord, lead us not into temptation, but
deliver us! Finish it! Finish it! Evil!
Green Goblin. Norman Osborn, especially with the new Spider-Man show that just like is coming out, I think, and yeah, this month, at the end of this month, the Green Goblin hype is going to be awesome. And so I definitely think he should be in this game. He wasn't really big in the MCU. You know, they had him in the last Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, but I do think he is definitely like a character that should be in this game. Like, Green Goblin's awesome. I think he's one of the best, like, you know, Spider-Man villains that need to be in. We already got Venom. But I think Green Goblin would also be very cool. I don't really want to see Kraven or anybody else, or maybe Doc Ock, but at the same time, I think Green Goblin like trumps him as well. To have a glider, like a fully flying, another flying character like Iron Man, and he glides, he hovers, and he can move quickly. So he's like, it's not as hard to deal with as with Falcon. He can throw the bombs, so you already have your projectiles. Like, he's an easy character. I feel like that's an easier character to make, and you already have the blueprint. And he with Iron Man and with Storm, and he's just automatically, he can do splash damage with his pumpkin bombs. Green Goblin to me is like just a easy slam dunk. Like, that character should be in. If they can get William Dafoe to do the voice, that would be freaking awesome as well. He would be a damage dealer, obviously, and just, yeah, be awesome character. And you can have the skins like the Hobgoblin. You can have like all the different goblin suits and stuff like that. That'd be really cool. The different what was it? I'll put them in there later. I'll put the stuff in there, but you can have different goblin suits. Oh, the ultimate version. That'd be dope. For number 3, still sticking with Spider-Man. That's my favorite, you know. So still sticking with Spider-Man. I think another cool character would be, I'm gonna do 2 characters right here. All right, the first one, Gwen Stacy.
It's easier looking at being Miles trying to get to Gwen. You know what I mean?
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
I think that she can be in the game, but not as her own character. I think she should just be a skin for Peter, honestly. I don't know too much of like any special moves that she has or any special abilities that she may have over Peter or over Miles. I think Miles is going to be in it. Like, I don't even need to make a character. I think he's going to be in the game. Obviously, I think they're going to bring Miles in. He's probably super requested. That's going to happen. But Gwen, she can be more or less a skin for like Peter or stuff like that. Especially with the way Peter plays in the game, he doesn't do anything too crazy that distinguishes him from Gwen. Like, his mostly melee moves, and like his like he's mostly just the punch, the spider punch, and then him doing like the web blast and everything like that. It's pretty easy to replicate or like switch over to like just a Gwen skin, like, you know, make it a Gwen skin that you can use Spider-Man or Spider-Woman. But I don't think she needs to be her own character. If they wanted to do it, that'd be cool, but I don't necessarily think that's needed. And you can probably spend more time getting a more unique character out instead of like trying to make her feel unique. So I think it should be really cool as a skin that you could just like put over Peter Parker's, like, just a skin. Like, hey, that'd be really cool, stuff like that. They can implement that. I think that'd be the way they go about it if they put her in. I really don't see them necessarily putting her in, but you know, you never know. But what I do think they should do, and this is like 3B, but this is like the real 3. Like, Gwen was just like an idea, but a character that would play very different from Spider-Man, still in Spider-Man universe. So that's 3. That's 3 we got for Spider-Man. That's my last one, I promise. The character that should be in this game and would be a good damage dealer.
Something wicked. This way comes.
Carnage. Carnage needs to be in this game. To have Carnage and Venom in the same game, and they can play pretty different because Venom is like more of a tank, so Carnage can be more damage dealing, and he can probably be a little faster because he's smaller and skinnier, and like Carnage is known to be more ruthless than Venom and more of a threat than Venom in certain cases. So I think he would be like a better option for damage dealing. Like, Carnage go out there and he can make, like, you know, his hands into like a blade or something like that, or into an axe, and he can do like all this other stuff and just be more creative with his abilities to do damage. Like, he doesn't have to have like the tankiness of Venom, but he can just be like more offensive, more like damage dealing. I think Carnage would be awesome, and especially with all like the skins you probably do as well with that. And you probably like, you can even probably switch them out for like Toxin, Screech, and some of the other ones. It'd be easier to like switch out like those characters for Carnage and like still do damage, still like, you know, you can get those skins in. So I think that'll be a better option to get more symbiotes in the game. Number 4, I think this character should be in the game. We definitely need more mutants. And I think they probably would treat this as mutant now. So
You didn't see that coming.
Quicksilver, we need a speedster. I don't think we have any like speedsters in the games. I would like to see how they implement him as well, because I think it would be like, again, with the Falcon stuff, I think it'd be like somewhat difficult to make like a super fast character slow down but also still feel fast. So certain stuff he can do, or certain stuff he should be able to do to like hit people, but then at the same time you don't want to make it so that he's not able to get hit. So it's like a good balance, and I think that makes a very interesting character. So you can have him do stuff like, you know, just run around, like you press a button and he's like can hit everybody, like sort of like Captain America's like shield bash. When everybody's in the vicinity, he throws it and it hits everybody. You can press a button and like Quicksilver just goes through and like hits everybody just at one time, like when in the vicinity. And then his special could be sort of like Psylocke, where it's a big open, like, you know, area, like AoE effect, and then like he goes around and hits everybody again, or like even stronger. Or like something where anybody caught within the vicinity slows down really quick and becomes super slow, so that they're like easier to get hit. Sort of like Doctor Strange, like how he how Doctor Strange's special like basically like puts everybody in a ghost state or whatever, like, you know, separates them from their body, like that kind of thing, where they just slow down and then like Quicksilver can go in and hit them real quick. Like then you could do like making tornadoes or doing some stuff. I think like just that would be a very interesting character to have in there, and how they would play about that. Like he should definitely be like the fastest character on foot. So it's like you should be able to run like how Captain America has the rushing run. I love that move, like where he can just run like freely and pretty quickly. Like do that, but do that even faster. So get Quicksilver to go like even faster, but maybe for a short time. I don't know how you would do the nerfs to it as well, because him being super fast, I guess you would like down his damage, so he can be very super fast and go in there and get out, but then you can't give him like very high damage as well if you can't get hit. So I don't know, it's a good, like, I think that's like I said, a really cool character to try to deal with and see how they'll go about doing that. That would be really cool to me. And then he could have team ups with like with Wanda or like Magneto, and then see how like that plays out, like what buffs they get. Like that'd be awesome. Like all 3 of them on the team get like a buff. That'd be awesome. I think that'd be really cool. I've seen this around, and I've seen somebody else post it, but I want to say it as well, and I think it needs to happen. Nightcrawler would be awesome. Again, another X-Men. He would be awesome because of the way the gameplay would be. Same thing with like Quicksilver having the ability to teleport. The cooldown may be shouldn't be as bad as like Doctor Strange's portals. It's roughly, I guess, the same technique or the same mechanics, but it should be faster. So like obviously you're just controlling you. So it's like it's a mix between Doctor Strange's portals and Loki's clones. So how Loki can sit down clones, and then you can switch between clones or wherever you are and go to that clone. It should sort of be something like that, where it's like, you know, you should be able to either place markers, or you should be able to like, you know, go into a state where you disappear, and then you can for a few seconds figure out where you want to move to, like Cloak almost, how he goes invisible and just moves, nobody can catch him. Sort of like that, as well as like you technically go invisible, or like Psylocke, how she goes invisible for a second. But Nightcrawler should be faster and I guess like a little bit longer. Like he should be able to move farther distances at a much quicker rate. So like once you press it, then you go invisible, and you have like a marker that moves really fast wherever you need it to go for like, you know, probably 3 seconds or something like that. And then you gotta be plopped out. And then the cooldown obviously has to be like pretty nerfed. You can't just keep doing it over and over. So the cooldown has to be nerfed on it, but I think it would be really cool for good movement. And then him having like, you know, his swords and stuff like that, you can pop in and like have a button where you hit, like you, again, like the Captain America maybe or whatever, Quicksilver, where you can hit multiple people at one time, like just dip, like, you know, teleport, hit, teleport, and all that stuff like that. I think he would be a really cool character as well, like to see him implement it. I don't know how they would necessarily do it, like I said, maybe that way, but there's also like a lot of pros and cons to it. And that's what I'm saying, like with these 5, I think it's just like a lot of like, okay, developing around that and balancing that is going to be the key. And like I feel like they've done a really good job with the Marvel the characters so far, and how even though it feels like chaos is fun, like it's just a lot of stuff going on, but it also feels very fun. It doesn't feel broken. Like it's enjoyable. So I think that them doing that and like adding these characters as well would be something even more chaos, but even more enjoyable. And I think they could do it. But these are like the characters I wanted to highlight, man. But let me know in the comments what you think about that. Let me know who you would add, and even and how you would justify putting them in, like what mechanics they need and how you think they would play. And what do you think about my list? What do you think about the what I said about these characters? Let me know in the comments, yo. And let me know if you want me to do another one. I got like, you know, the Vanguard, the tanks or whatever. I got that. Got a list for them. And I got a list for supports if you want to see it as well. So let me know, man. Let me know how to make another video. But that's going to be it for today, man. Thank y'all for watching. And we back, man. Happy New Year. And it's a new me, new streams. Be streaming, doing videos and all that stuff. So, you know, come through, man. Love y'all. God bless. Peace.